Hello, my dear lovely students. Today we're going to discuss a new topic which is jobs we do. So, this will lead us to a question. What job do you want to have when you grow up? So, would you like to be a doctor, an engineer? Do you think such jobs in ancient Egypt exist or not? Okay, so now we are going to go through this and we're going to take lesson 1, jobs in ancient Egypt. Listen and read. Why couldn't many people work as scribes? Jobs in ancient Egypt. People in ancient Egypt worked very hard. Everyone has a job. They could work as fishermen, bakers, doctors, and traders. But most people worked as farmers. Farmers were very important for ancient Egypt's economy. They worked in fields which were near their homes. They planted crops, usually grains like wheat, corn, and flax. They grow vegetables and fruits too. Ancient Egyptian craftsmen were very good too. They made beautiful paintings and beautiful gold jewelry and sculptures. They used to weave beautiful clothes and make colorful cooking pots. The craftspeople were skillful, and everybody in the community respected them. Fewer people worked as scribes. Scribes knew how to read and write well. Egyptian writing wasn't easy to learn. Scribes spent many years learning hieroglyphs, and this was very expensive. Ancient Egyptian women worked at home and could work outside. Women cooked meals, cleaned the house, and took care of their children. Women could weave baskets, bake bread, and make sandals, and they could sell them at the market as well. They could even become pharaohs. One famous queen in ancient Egypt was Hatshepsut. Everyone in ancient Egypt knew that work was important for life. So the ancient Egyptians were very successful. Now it's time to answer these questions down here. Everyone in ancient Egypt could become a scribe. Is it true or false? False, yeah, okay. Craftspeople were respected in ancient Egypt. True, yeah. Women worked at home only. No, it's false. They could work outside too. Farmers could plant fruits, vegetables, and grains. Is it true or false? Most of the time, not vegetables, not fruits. Most probably, they plant grains, wheat, corn. Yeah, okay. There were very few jobs in ancient Egypt. Just a few jobs or a lot? No, there were a lot of jobs. Okay. Now we're going to look at the third exercise we're having here. Listen and repeat, then match the words to their description. The first one, doctor, craftsman, trader, scribe, hieroglyphs. Okay, so people with their job, with this job, were very important in ancient Egypt. They could write everything down. They kept records and lists for important things. They are the scribe, yeah? People who did this job traveled up and down the Nile and bought and sold things like gold, wood, linen, and grains. Good job, they are traders. If you were good at making things, this was a good job for you. People with this job made things from clay, wood, and gold. Yeah, craftsmen. Good job. A system of writing which consists of about 500 signs written in row and column. People used it in ancient Egypt. Hieroglyphs, yeah. Both men and women could do this job too. You had to go to the medical school to have this job. You had to look after people who were ill and make medicine. Excellent, perfect, it's a doctor. Okay, now it's your turn to choose a job and write 3 sentences about it. So you can write about the fisherman, you can write about the farmer, you can write about the teacher. Like the example we're having here, I want to be a craftswoman. I like making beautiful pots and pots from clays. So this is an example. You need to do another one like it. Okay, so we're going to go to lesson 2 now. Think and say. Think about the Nile River. It is the most important source of fresh water in Egypt. A lot of plants and animals live near or in the river. Name as many plants and animals that live in or near the river as you can. So now it's time to search for this. So go and Google the names of the animal and plants near the river and write them down and discuss them with your teacher in the class. Okay, let's move to exercise 2. Listen, read and look. Are all ecosystems the same? What's an ecosystem? So what's meant by an ecosystem? Everything in the natural world is connected. This connection between living and non-living things is called ecosystem. Ecosystems can be small, like a rock pool. They can be very big, like the Amazon rainforest. The living things in a rock pool are fish, crabs, and seaweed. The non-living things are rocks, water, sand, and sunlight. All these things work together to make an ecosystem. There are lots of different ecosystems on Earth. So we have here a marine ecosystem, a desert ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem, a rock pool ecosystem. Each one of them has different living organisms. Okay, so if we go down here, we're going to match. What's meant by living? Something that isn't alive? All animals, plants, rocks, etc. in a place. A small area of water with rocks, crab, and seaweed. Something that is alive. So living is something that is alive. So number 1 goes with letter D, yeah. Non-living means something that isn't alive. Yeah, perfect. So 2 goes with A. Ecosystem. Ecosystem is letter B. Yeah, good job. All the animals, plants, rocks, etc. in a place. Rock pool means a small area of water with rocks, crabs, seaweed, etc. Okay. Now it's time to write the name of the thing beside its picture. So number 1, this is a picture of rocks. Number 2, crab. Okay. Number 3, what is this? Sand. Yeah, good job. Number 4, water. Number 5, fish. Number 6, what is that? Sunlight. And then we have, what are these? What are these? Are they fish? No. Insects? Let's make it closer. It's not clear that much. I see they can be like flowers. No, they are not insects. It's not a tree. It's not water. It's seaweed. So what are these? Seaweed. And number 8, we have it is going to be the tree, yeah? And the last one, it's insect. Now we need to classify them. which one is living creature and which one is non-living things. So the living things we're having here, yeah, crab, fish, insect, seaweed, tree, and the non-living, we have here sand, rocks, and water. Sunlight, good job. Okay, let's go to the next one. Listen and read. What do animals and plants need to survive? Why are ecosystems important? Everything in the natural world is connected. An ecosystem is a place where animals, plants, and other living things live together. Animals and plants need each other to live. They also need suitable conditions. Animals eat plants, insects, and other animals to survive. They need food, water, and shelter. They need weather to be at the right temperature. Plants need sunlight and water to survive. Some plants need animals, birds, and insects to carry seeds to other areas so they can grow. They also need the right climate. Climate is also an important part of an ecosystem. Trees give us oxygen. This makes the air cleaner and allows plants and animals and humans to live in a comfortable environment. So look at the photo of the two ecosystems and complete the diagram with the words in the box. So we have rainforest. What are the common things between the two photos? So he said water. Dolphin, is it sea or rainforest? It's a sea. Fish, is it sea or rainforest? It's rainforest. Insects, is it sea or rainforest? Sorry, fish is in the sea and insects are in rainforest. Monkeys, rainforest. Rocks, both sea and rainforest. Sunlight, both sea and rainforest. Good job. I know that you're answering right. Okay, add more words to the diagram in exercise 7. So we need to add extra words here. What are the things common? We can add, for example, the coral reefs. So is it going to be rainforest, both, or sea? I think it's going to be in the sea. No, we don't have coral reefs in the rainforest. Okay, so now we need to go to this text again. So now it's time to read and write. So we need to know what's meant by the word endangered. Endangered means that there are not many of this plant or animal left in the world. This is because their habitat has been lost, or because of too many of them have been killed. So this, like the pandas, there are very few numbers of pandas in the world, so they are endangered animals. Okay, so now we need to complete which ecosystem is that. We have desert, marine, freshwater, and we have 3 paragraphs here. So Egypt's coast includes the Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. In both of these seas, there are many different plants and animals. Some of them are turtle, birds, mangrove trees, and are endangered. There are more than 800 types of seaweed and more than 200 types of coral. So this is which kind of ecosystem is that? Is it a desert and Mediterranean Sea? No. And it also cannot be fresh water, because the fresh water we can drink, but the seawater we cannot drink. So this is called what? This is the marine. And as we know, the word marine is anything related to the sea. Okay, let's go to number 2. About 90% of Egypt's land is desert areas. It looks like nothing can live in these areas. But there are many different animals in Egypt deserts, such as camels, jackals, ibex, and foxes. There are also some plants like such as tamarisk and acacia. So which one is that? Is it fresh water? No, it's not fresh water. It's desert because we're having desert areas. Okay, the last one. The banks of the Nile River have many different species of animals and plants like hippo and bamboo. There is lots of fresh water, not salt water, like the sea. Many water birds live in the reeds on the river bank. It's good place for them because there are plenty of fish to eat. So this is what fresh water, so we can drink it. Okay, so after reading, we need to complete or choose the answers for exercise 10. Egypt borders space seas. We said how many seas? 2 or 3? 2. The Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Good job. Good job. Turtles are an extinct species or endangered species. They didn't die out, so they are endangered species. Ibex and foxes, space in the desert. Live or don't live? They live in the desert. Space plants can live in the desert. No, or some plants can live in the desert. Okay. The water in the Nile is fresh water or salt water? Surely fresh water. Good job. The river bank is or isn't a good place for birds? Is a good place for birds because they can eat and drink. Good job.